Hi friends, welcome to Cleo's Crawl Space. Today I wanted to take a little bit to introduce you to all my hermit crabs since we haven't really done proper introductions in our other videos. I'm going to go through each of the crabs that we have and just tell you a little bit about them and share some video and photo that I have, and hopefully you guys enjoy meeting all of them. This is Kingler. Kingler was our very first hermit crab and the one that really got us into the hobby. He is an Ecuadorian, as I mentioned on his little slide. Ecuadorians tend to be much more active and outgoing and interact a bit more than purple pinchers. He is really fun to watch. We have two Ecuadorians, Kingler and Bip, and we'll talk about Bip in a little bit. But Kingler is older. We've had him for about a year and a half. He's been through many molts with us. He is about to go down for another molt. This is his tank. He lives in a 20 high. He is very destructive and he digs and tunnels a lot, which is normal and great and means he's healthy, but his tank gets really messy, so I can clean it and then 20 minutes later it will look like it does in this video. We really enjoy having Kingler. My son named him. He was named after a Pokemon. And we didn't know a whole lot about crabs when we got him, but he has been the one that has taught us and grown with us, and we just love having him as a part of our family. He is so active, so it just makes it really fun to observe him and watch him interact with his environment. We have a lot of improvements we want to make to Kingler's tank. We've recently done a switch for a lot of the crabs. Some of the other ones are in our 90, and he got moved into this 20 high. So I want to make him a better background. I want filtered pools in this tank, which I've got to work on. I want a topper eventually, so we have a lot to work on. But we're looking forward to creating a great environment for him. So Pickles and our other purple pinchers along with Bip live in our 90-gallon tank that you all have seen before. So I've just included a quick shot of the 90 just so you can get a feel of where she lives. But this is her home. She was moved in here a few months ago and she really seems to be doing well in here. So in this tank we have Pickles, Bip, Ollie, Corny, and our jumbo Goliath. So this is the oldest video of Pickles I could find. I don't have very many videos of Pickles because she is really shy and she is one of the only crabs we have that only comes out in the dead of night. So it is rare that we catch her out during the day. This was shortly after we got Pickles and she was in a PPDS tank, so that's why the substrate is so shallow. She is such a cute little thing. She was tiny when we got her, as you can see here. This is Pickles after her very first molt with us. We were so surprised because she was a lot lighter when we got her, and then she went through this molt and came out this beautiful chocolate brown color. We were really pleased. She seems to be really healthy and thriving. So even though we don't see her very often, I'm really pleased with her progress. She's grown a lot since this video. Here she is after finally changing into a new shell. One of the funniest things about Pickles and her little personality is that she loves to wear gigantic shells. She seems to choose shells that are 10 times too big for her, but she seems comfortable in them, so we let her do what she wants. I found this shell on the substrate the other day and didn't think anyone was wearing it, so I thought it was kind of odd it was there. So I decided to do a little investigating. I thought maybe someone had just moved it onto the substrate, but then I found Pickle's old shell, so I thought this is probably her. You can see she's way down in there. This is a humongous shell. And here's a photo of her inside that shell. She's so little in there. Just as a disclaimer, I don't usually handle my hermit crabs and don't recommend it, but I had picked the shell up already, so thought I'd snap a photo. So this is Corny. I have very little video of Corny because Corny has been molting almost the entire time that we have had him. We got Corny at the same time we got Pickles in the fall of last year. He went down for a molt and then disappeared for 7 months. I had given him up for dead. I was sure he was dead. He is a small crab, and that's a long time to be down. And then one day I just walked in the room and looked in the tank, and there he was. And he looked beautiful. So he was down for 7 months, and then he came up and only stayed up for, I think, about a month or two before going down again. So he's pretty shy and hasn't been up much. So these are all the photos I have of him. He is pretty funny though. He eats a lot and he really likes Pickles. They hang out a lot together. So this is what I have for him. This is Ollie, short for Ollivander. He is a purple pincher. He's our second largest purple pincher. He's in a 1.3 inch round opening shell. We got Ollie last fall and he has been doing really well with us. He has recently, in the last few weeks, gone down for his very first molt with us, so we hope he's doing well down there. I don't have any videos of Ollie. I looked and looked and looked, but all I could find were pictures. We love Ollie though. He has a funny personality. He's kind of a scaredy cat. He's very easily startled. He gets very startled by the tiny crabs, which is funny, and seems less startled by Goliath or Jumbo. So, you know, they all just have their own little quirks, and we love Ollie. He's really funny. This is Bip. He is an Ecuadorian as well. You all have seen him in some of my other tank videos. He is up right now and very active, so he's fun to watch, and I have a lot of video clips of him. Bip is, I think, still a baby. You can kind of sort of tell with Ecuadorians when they're younger because they're sort of a greenish blue color, and then as they get older, like Kingler, they'll turn more of an orangish reddish brown color. So I think Bip is probably still pretty young. Another fun thing about Bip is that he loves to swim. We don't really have any other crabs that really love the water, but Bip spends a lot of time hanging out near the pools or around the pools. And it's just really cool to see because purple pinchers just don't seem very interested. And Kingler does spend a lot of time in the water, but not nearly as much as Bip does. Bip is, I think, probably my favorite to watch because of his high activity level. He loves to climb on the background. He loves to hang all over everything in the tank. He loves the cocoa huts. But I think my favorite thing about Bip is that he spends, it seems like, about 23 hours a day on the hamster wheel. And it's just so funny to watch. He is so playful and he's not afraid of anything. If you put your hand on the tank, he'll come up and boop you from the other side. And he has really animated antenna and he loves to watch us as much as we love to watch him. He has a really strong personality. And we just love Bip a lot. This is Goliath. Goliath is my baby. Goliath was struggling when he came to us. He was not doing well, and we spent a lot of time and effort nursing Goliath back to decent health. He is a very large purple pincher. He is wearing a shell that has a round opening, a little over 2 inches. I have a photo that I'll insert after this video clip here of my hand balled up next to him in his tank. He is just a really big boy. He's so fun to have. I had never really anticipated having a jumbo, but he ended up home with us and we love him so much. He has the sweetest personality. He seemed to really start to thrive when we moved him into our new 90, and he was part of the reason that we invested in that 90, so we would have a lot of room to molt and just thrive in there and be with other crabs. He is just really great to watch. He's pretty active, all things considered, but he does not really like to be videoed, so I don't have a whole lot of video of him. This is Pearl. Pearl is our most recent addition and has only been with us about 2 weeks, I think. Again, I'll just insert this disclaimer that I do not usually handle my hermit crabs. I was holding her to remove her from the transport carrier into her PPDS tank, so I snapped a picture then, but do not handle your hermit crabs. Pearl is currently living in a PPDS tank, and I will insert some video clip here. The PPDS tank is just a basic low substrate place where a crab can recover from bad conditions, and that's exactly what Pearl's doing right now. I don't really haven't gotten a good feel for her personality yet because we just haven't seen a whole lot of her, but I'm hoping that as she continues to recover, she will start feeling better and come on out. I do have this one video of her that I got the day we brought her home. We put her into the PPDS tank and she changed shells within 5 minutes. So I have this really cool video of her changing shells. I think Pearl will probably be the last addition to our hermit crab family. Pearl is the 7th crab, so that's a pretty good amount of crabs. We have our 90 gallon that currently has 5 crabs in it, and then the 29 gallon that Kingler lives in. My hope is that we will put a topper on Kingler's tank and that he and Bip can eventually live there together, and all the purple pinchers would live in the 90 together. There she goes. There she goes. That is so cool to catch on video. I was so relieved to get her in a new shell so quickly. My hope is that once we get everyone settled and where they are, that will leave plenty of room for growth for everyone, plenty of molting space, and plenty of opportunities for enrichment and climbing. That is everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and learning a little bit more about our shelled friends. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them.